Hey, you guys, before watching this interview, I just want to let you know that Cree did provide receipts for everything that she said in this interview. I got to read them personally. I will not be posting them because I don't want to get flagged or anything like that. But I did get the receipts, read them thoroughly, and she provided and backed up everything that she said. So let's get on with the show. What's poppin' T Squad? It's your girl Keisha, and I am here today with none other than growing up hip hop reality star Cree Campbell. She is back. T Squad, say what's up to Cree. Cree, say what's up to the T Squad.
What's up, T Squad? It's me, Cree.
Looking so pretty. Okay, so we got a lot to discuss. Is it season 6 still or season 7? Because I was confused.
Let me tell you, they be trying to not have us negotiate contracts. So it's still season 6.
Okay.
I was confused too when I went back to figure out for some more coins. And
right.
We're still in season 6, honey.
Okay, so it was season 6, episode 21. Okay. So you filmed season 1. You've got it, down packed now. What have you been up to in between filming season 1 and season 2?
I've been up to so much. I mean, honestly, I don't want to give, if I tell you everything now, then I'll give it away for my story. Mine's on the show, but honestly, this has probably been the worst year for me personally. I know. Wow. I was just upset. Like, I'm pretty sure the T Squad is going to be upset with me down the line. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, they are mad at you. I'm not going to even
I know
lie.
They're mad at me now, but I was going through a lot personally and a lot of stuff medically. And it just, my whole entire vibe was off. The entire season, I didn't even film as much as I was supposed to. I pretty much gave 2 middle fingers to it because I'm like, listen, I got other shit going on that's way more important than this. Yeah. And I'm just not doing it. So I didn't film as much as I wanted to, just because I was like, no, I'm not going to LA. I got to deal with what I'm dealing with at home.
That's understandable. Yeah. That's plenty.
But besides that, on a happy note, me and my mom and my sister Tanir, who you guys actually was introduced to, we started our fitness line, Faith in Motion.
I was going to ask you about it.
Yes. So Faith in Motion is started. It's fully up and running. You could go to www.faithinmotion33.com and get your workout gear. I am not I like to work out, but I'm not like my mom. My mom is like the ultimate body goals. She is there with the working out. So this is something that she has been dreaming of, and she really has a passion for this brand and wanted to launch it. And she's been talking about this for years, and she just never said, okay, I'm going to do it. And me and my sister were like, let's get this together, Mom.
I know that's right.
Goals, girl.
Yes, I'm going to support because I'm on my weight loss journey. I've lost 26 pounds. I'm so excited. So I still have some more I want to go. So yes, I will be supporting and I will post when I have it. So how was your party planning business going?
Everything is going great with that. Like I was trying to explain to Tahira, but we'll get into that. Okay. When it comes to, just so everybody knows, the T Squad knows, when it comes to party planning, wedding planning, anniversaries, all of that stuff, I normally do that for friends. My business is an experiential marketing firm. I have Fortune 500 clients like Backwoods, Dutch Masters, now Billionaires Row. And we do branded activations and influencer contracts with these brands. So when you see your favorite artist, or you see Ari, who just, got dropped from Savage, Fenty. But when you see these people, these are the contracts a firm like myself will put together these contracts and do these branded events and things like that for the client. So that's what my company fully does.
Okay, well, you need to hook me up. I'm an influencer, a man.
Yeah. branded sponsorships, anything you got going on, let me know.
I'm dead ass. So how would you describe your first season on Growing Up Hip Hop? What was it like for you? Now that we can talk about season 1.
You're right. Yeah. The first season for me, honestly, I was like, damn, I didn't realize people have 2 different personalities, like the one off camera and the one on camera. So I was confused. I was like, damn, so people could be mean and fake to me while we're filming and expect me to be nice to them outside filming? That just didn't work for me. So I was like, you guys know, like, this is just how I am. I'm not, you don't get 2 different versions. Exactly. So I didn't realize that people put on this whole facade and then they're a totally different person outside of filming. And I'm like, oh, you want to be no, we're not going to be friends because you were rude a while ago. It's not happening. And so I think that was the biggest thing I learned. I was like, these people are crazy.
Yeah, and that's why, I'm like I said, I'm gonna be honest with you, T-Squad, I was mad at you based off the season premiere episode, and they was like, you being nice to Cree because you did an interview with her, and I'm like, what? I'm like, but no, I know that this is a reality show, and I had already got in my head that it's certain things that we see on camera that we don't see off camera. So there's always 2 sides to the coin, and a lot of these people get on these reality shows and play a character. So that's why I was like, I got to reach out so we can do an interview and I can find out what is the real tea that's going on. So y'all calm the hell down.
Okay, guys.
So what was the biggest lesson that you learned after last season?
I think the biggest lesson that I learned after last season was honestly to just stay true to who I am, because there was a lot of stuff that production wanted me to do. And I said, no, I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not bringing up something that happened 10 years ago to somebody. Like, I'm not doing it, but other people did it. For instance, I was brought the information about Boogie and the domestic violence situation. So when, I'm doing my own research, like, because they knew domestic violence for me was a huge touch point, being that Luke and my mom had it was a very abusive relationship. And when they brought that to me, it automatically triggered me. I'm like, well, I don't want to fuck with this dude. But then when I did my own research, I'm like, yo, this is something that happened over a decade ago. I'm not going to bring this up on camera for him. So no. But then again, everybody receives that information, and whoever wants to bring it up, they bring it up. But I really did continue to stick by my morals and my character and say, I'm not doing this. I'm not bringing that up. No, I'm not doing this. No, I don't care if these people are the villains of the show. I'm not, like, I said no a lot, and I was okay with it. Like, because I'm going to genuinely be me.
Right. Who was it that told Savannah?
Who knows?
I can't remember.
I don't know.
I know that
I don't even remember either.
Oh, so it was production. Okay. Oh.
So who knows? I don't know. I didn't say it. I said what I received. I didn't say who gave her the information. I don't know. She probably did.
We are here. We are here. Is there anything that you said or did your first season that you regret?
One of the biggest things that I would say that I regret, because like you said in the beginning, there's a lot of stuff that go on behind the scenes. A lot of our stuff is not filmed in order.
Yeah, right. So they just mash stuff up.
Everything is like, today I'll be filming something, and then the next day we'll be having the same conversation, but in reverse.
Right.
With the situation with Tahira and her husband, when I was telling Vanessa and Tanise, it was filmed before Savannah and I even talked about it personally. Savannah and I, it was a whole conversation in a group chat with, like, this is what's going on right now on camera. We have to bring it up in this scene right now. So it made it seem like it could have been done differently. It was just a whole issue. So with that, I will say I regret it, but then again, I don't, because how it was posed, it's like, oh, tell her homegirls. These are her homegirls. Because I initially said, that's not my place to tell this girl that. What am I supposed to do? Be like, hey, do you want roses, tulips? And also your fiance might be cheating on you, but I don't know. Let's go on and look at the aisle decor. Like, right. I literally just had a 5-minute conversation with her about potentially planning her wedding. There was no contract. There was no hiring of my company. There was nothing like that. It was just an initial conversation. So I'm like, yeah, of course, I'm going to let her homegirls know. But now looking back at it, I'm like, well, damn, it all got turned around like,
on you.
Oh, you got fired. You're a bitch for spreading rumors. I'm like, guys, why would you want to hear that from somebody that is planning your wedding? You want to hear that from your friends. Yeah. Now, from it leaving out of Tanise and Vanessa, when it should have simply gone back to Tahira, that's when the rumors started getting spreaded, but nobody wants to talk about that. They just want to talk about Cree and how Cree was talking. Who really spread the rumor? I don't know. Y'all could go back and watch.
Oh, didn't Vanessa tell Lil Easy or something?
See, Vanessa went and did what I told her to do in that scene.
Yeah, she went and told her, but who brought it up to Lil Easy? I can't remember. Oh my God, now I gotta go back and watch.
There was only 3 people in that conversation. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get crucified.
It was Tanise and JoJo. Wasn't it?
They went back and told Eric, and Eric told his wife. And I'm like, so that's not, nobody's gonna talk about that? But it's probably because I got a fat ass and a little waist that people want to talk about me. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, it's okay. I'll be the villain. It's fine.
I mean, but at the end of the day, people fail to realize, and this is why I was like, well, how y'all coming at me? The whole culprit of this is the people that brought it up on camera in the first place, her family.
Correct.
Well, we'll get into that. Okay. So I was going to ask you, how much of growing up hip hop is real? Like, is there any scripted anything going on this show?
Honestly, I only care for when it comes to authentically, when it comes to myself and Savannah. And who else could I say? Myself, Savannah, the people that I've been around, Tanise and JoJo, Vanessa, Angela. When it comes to those individuals that I'm constantly around and I talk to them outside of filming, it's 100% authentic. Okay. Everyone else, I don't really hang out with. I know Savannah's a little crazy and I love her to death, but that's genuinely her. And, you know, sometimes we got to bring her back. I'll be like, come back. But that's just her being herself. And I mean, now that we've been so vilified and, you know, the bullies and, you know, it is what it is. Nobody's gonna truly, I see a different side of her outside of filming, and I see sides of her during filming that they probably won't play because it doesn't help the narrative that they're trying to create. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But the girl's been through, she has been through so much that she pushed and expressed this season, and I'm really hoping that they show that side of her, because I'm like, this why, like, okay,
I would love to interview her. I would love to interview her because the viewers have this conception, even myself, I'm not going to even lie, based off Love and Hip Hop, that she's like this bratty, loud-spoken, you know, girl or whatever. Right. And I would love to be able to show the viewers this other side of her that we have yet to get to see. So yeah, let her know that I would love to interview her.
I will.
So, what was the viewers' response to you last season?
Last season, it was like two sides of the coin. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like every week is going to be something different. Yeah. One week, everybody crucified me because they're like, you're spreading rumors. I'm like, y'all, come on now. Let's think about the conversation. I say it again. You want roses, tulips? Would you like your train this way? Your fiance might be cheating on you, but we can go ahead and put this arch here. Like, let's make it. And just to add you guys in on a little tip, and I'll be able to screenshot this for you to flash up. Okay. Production definitely did reach out to me in order to pull her wedding venues together, which my team ended up doing after this whole fiasco in New York. So I was just like oh, but we're going to continue the narrative that Cree's a bully and a bitch, but it's okay because it doesn't have to be shown, because when I get 2 checks for the shit that I do, I'm okay with being the bully, because at the end of the day, guess what? I still got a check for the November 20th wedding date in Florida that she had.
Wait a minute, so you end up doing her wedding Anyway.
Solidified the venue. So yeah, I mean, true teens. I'm like, oh, and then she also had to explain herself for all of the reason why she was the way that she was on set via my DM, where she claimed she gave me her phone number, but she didn't. And I'm like, even then I told you, these are reasons why I don't really, my spirit really doesn't take you. You're rude to people outside. You're rude to production. You're rude to all of these people. That's why me and you just don't click. I treat the homeless man on the side of the street how I would treat Obama if I ever met him. And I have thousands of paragraphs from Tierra explaining, well, this is why, and I apologize, and we can be friends, and we're cut from the same cloth. We're not cut from the same cloth because we're from Jamaica. We're not. It's two different cloths. So it is what it is. But again.
You didn't shut me the hell up.
Like, I just be laughing. Like, even with this season, I just laugh. I'm like, only if they really knew. Like,
wow. And so production ended up paying for her wedding, pretty much.
Yeah, it was very small. It was a small wedding.
The shade.
it was tiny. And then also it was a couple people that have pressure with me on camera, but was asking for glam from me because I'm in Florida. And I was like, nah, Walgreens is down the street. So I posted that screenshot. I'm like, you guys give me an energy on camera that I don't fuck with. Don't do that. And then turn around and want me to do stuff. Walgreens down the street, they got all type of product for your face. I love all the products that you can find in Walgreens. Figure out how to do it yourself.
Oh, we got a lot to talk about. Jesus. Okay. So I saw this on the season premiere episode. You actually mentioned your boyfriend. So are we going to see or hear more about him this season?
Well, you see, when couples go into reality television, it's, the couples, everybody needs a check, right? My man does not need that check. We are okay. This is just another stream of income. Take the shade if you want. However, I'm choosing to speak about my man. You might get a flash photo, but I damn sure am not going to let him around these crazy people. Like,
please don't.
Well, some families choose to want to drag their situation through the mud and get crucified and, business coming out. And I'm just like, y'all need the money that bad? Richie gonna be at home.
I know that's right. Keep him off the screen.
Exactly.
So I was geared to ask you, was there anything that the producers wanted you to discuss that you refused, but you already told us that? Was there anything else that they tried to get you to talk about?
I mean, they wanted me to, well, even with my boyfriend, they begged, please, because he was on set through a lot of this going on, and he's hilarious. Like, he was like, they don't be fake. It's okay. Dade County shit. Don't go out there fake with her. I'm like, shut up. And then, production's like, we love this. Look at him supporting you. And even after that whole situation with TT, and then of course, because she wants to be my friend, she came and tried to talk to me when I was with him. And I'm like, I'm busy. No, thank you. Gotta give the same energy, sis. Don't try to be my friend outside of this shit.
Wow.
Yeah, people are very, very phony. But I'm okay with being a villain because I have my own assets. So it's okay.
Wow. Oh,
You just said,
I'm so shocked about Tierra because I really liked her on the show. Like,
she's great. And like I told her, if you want to get into that scene, I'll let you go. Yeah. You can ask questions before we get into that.
Wow. Okay. So after filming season 2, who in the cast are you the closest with now?
The closest would have to be Angela.
Okay. I saw y'all look special together. Yes.
That is my road dog. We are like this. We are good. Thick as thieves. Last season when I did initially meet her, she was living in Miami at the time, and I remember on New Year's Day, because she's like, we have an anniversary date, January 1st. I'm like, girl, shut up. But New Year's Day, I was having a yacht day, and I was like, oh, you and your son, I don't know if you went back home for the holidays. Do you guys want to come out with us on the yacht? And that was our first time hanging out last year January 1st. And then from there, the relationship blossomed, and yeah.
That's cool. That is so cool. You and Savannah still cool?
Yeah, Savannah and I are still cool. But like when it comes to like who am I closest to, it would definitely be Angela. But Savannah and I, we talk on and off. You know, I check up on her. I got to make sure my girl good.
Okay. Is there anyone in the cast that you started off cool with, but have since kind of like fallen out with, or just really don't talk to that much anymore?
Not really. I guess a reverse on that would be that, you know, Twist doesn't get on my nerves as much anymore. Like,
that's literally my next question. How are things between you and Twist now?
I love Twist. Like, that's definitely my little buddy. Like, you know, little buddy because he little. But whatever. But yeah, he's just funny. Like, we started off on the wrong foot. Just because, again, like if somebody puts effort into doing something and I'm up, y'all are all asleep and just coming on set an hour ago, and I've been up since 6 a.m. and we're laying out these floors with the crap budget that they gave us to put this together. It was upsetting that you just ashed out on the floor. But now, I mean, it's good. Like, we laugh, we talk. I'm curious because some things that occurred during the season. So I'm curious to see his response on certain things. So I like him right now. So let's wait.
Okay. So he's gonna have more going on this season outside of this possibly going to jail storyline.
Yeah, he'll have a lot more going on.
Yeah, because we didn't really get to see him the first half of season 6, and now I found that to be weird. Like he was like literally only in about maybe 3 episodes the first half.
Yeah, I'm not really sure because again, I had only filmed with him those couple of times. Like the people that you see us a lot with, those are mainly the people that we film with. Like a lot, you guys will definitely see Angela and I a lot because apparently she opens up with me. I'm like, does she?
Oh my God, Angela is a vault. She don't tell nothing.
Yeah, she be bye.
Right. Yes.
Running. Oh my girl.
She be gone. Now, so what is the status of your relationship with your biological father, Luke? If you all don't know, her father is Luke Skywalker, Luke Campbell from 2 Live Crew. So what's going on with you two?
With Luke, I pulled up my big girl panties this year, and you know, like I told him happy birthday, although he didn't tell me happy birthday, but it's okay. He said, oh my God, I was texting the wrong number. And I wanted to be shady and be like, for the past 15 years, because it's my number, but I didn't. I was just like, okay, you know, it's a 5, not a 9 at the end. Let's move past it. You know, there will be an episode or 2 with us where, you know, we talk, and I've just come to a point in my life where I can only accept the man for who he is. You know what I'm saying? I can't think about the abuse that my mom went through. I can't think about him not being there. All I could do is right now is just say, okay, listen, do I want to build this relationship, or do I want to say F it? So I keep in contact. You know, it's still not reciprocated. Like I'm still not the person that he'll be like, oh, let me text my daughter, but I am trying, and we'll see where it goes. Like I can only do so much.
Yeah. And I 100% understand where you're coming from, because I have my own issues right now with my mom, and it's a lot. It's a lot emotionally to deal with when it's like you're the mature person in the situation, and it's more like you're the parent and they're the child. It's right. A lot. Ooh. Lazy Bone and JoJo from Jodeci have joined the cast this season. What were your thoughts when you got the news, and did you film any scenes with them, like solo?
I did not film any scenes with them solo. When I got the news, I was like, okay, cool, I guess. I was just like, okay. But you know, then again, if you really look at it, you know, from a behind the scenes perspective, I'm looking at it like, oh, they need more of the legends on the show, because I mean, who really, like, TT don't got no legend. She just there. Egypt has a legend. Brianna Legend don't want to be on the show with her, or her name can't even be stated. She's just there. Twist is a rapper. Boogie's Legend is not coming back. Like, it's just like, so what? It's just Stevie J and Cree.
Yeah, and
Tretch is a legend. But then again, that's attached to Egypt. Like, there's a lot of cast members on here that are not like children of royal, like, OGs. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a bigger picture. So I be looking at people like, why are you doing this? But
Lazy Bone. So is his story line gonna be connected with Sequoia? Okay.
What? Why are you here again?
Okay.
So
all right.
Like, but
we got and also, okay, so this has anything to do with your show, but I've been wondering, is Growing Up Hip Hop New York coming back or no?
I don't even know. I have no idea.
Okay, because I've been wondering, because season 1 was so good and I haven't heard nothing else about it.
It just disappeared.
Yeah. So what did you think about the beef with JoJo from Jodeci's daughter, Sequoia, and Angela last season?
Okay. First of all, that situation with Sequoia last season, and I'm never gonna let anybody attack somebody else for no reason. So if you guys saw at the showcase, I'm like, yo, you got a lot of Simmons beef, bro. And I'm not, listen, it's no, I'm gonna tell you this on camera. Once it's on camera, it's gonna be shown, it's gonna be said. Yep. Period. So I'm not gonna hold water and be like Savannah didn't just tell me this with 10 cameras in our face.
Right.
Well, Savannah just said that you got a problem with Angela. When it comes to Sequoia, there's a lot that I'm pretty sure you're going to be like, what the fuck just happened? Sequoia doesn't think before she speaks. Mm-hmm. And it's a lot that even goes on with me and her that I'm just like, sis, why are we bringing up something that happened over a decade ago with your baby daddy? Like, that's the problem you got with your baby daddy. Angela has been done, moved on, has a child, not worried about you, doesn't know who you are. Her sister has no idea who you are. Like,
yeah, it's obvious that the producer told her, okay, so this is your storyline, this is your lane, this is what we're gonna go with. And yeah, because we all found it ridiculous that was like her storyline, her beef. It was like, what, girl?
I know. I was like, this is too, like, you came in super hot. Like, super hot. But I mean, shit. Again, people, let me tell y'all something. One thing I've learned about cast members and shooting and filming, people are going to drag their lives through the mud, and people are going to do whatever these people tell them to do for a check.
Yep.
The people that you see the most on scene, either that are in full-on drama, is because they want to be in more episodes. We get paid per episode, period. Mm-hmm. And like, of course, let me do this right here so I could just be on episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Why? Like, it's not like you're not authenticating yourself. It just seems like you're trying too hard. But then again, people say I'm trying too hard because I need TT, who doesn't have a legend parent, to start drama with her on camera. And I'm just like, no, that's not it. Because when I give you these screenshots of her explaining herself, and I told her that I don't care to be her friend, y'all gonna be like, damn, well, TT, why you want to be Cree friends so bad? Girl, no, I don't need no more friends. I got 6 friends. That's it. 6.
Took it. I was going to ask you, what was your relationship with Sequoia, but it seems like there's going to be some issues even between you two.
Let me tell you, my energy every time I got on set was like, bitch Zilla. Like, they knew that producers were a little scared. They were just like, oh,
yeah,
stop on set.
Yeah, you came in hot, honey.
Yeah, they didn't know what, just because I was going through a lot that you'll see, because it was just inevitable for them to follow me around with that. All of my energy, like, it was a mess throughout the entire season. So I'm hoping we'll see. I'm actually going back to film this week. So
okay, so you guys are still filming?
Yeah, we're still filming.
Oh,
so
wow.
maybe my energy will be a little bit better depending on who I'm filming with after this premiere.
Jesus. Oh, I'm gonna be praying. So I have a question. How do you feel about Angela saying that she doesn't do drama, but she's on a show that is drama filled and is the executive producer of said show that is drama filled? Because I personally don't get it.
That's my friend, and I'm gonna stick beside her. Angela, I think it's because she has so many other things going on, so many other things that the show doesn't see and that she hasn't put out yet with various brands and things that she honestly, contractually, she cannot be in anything messy. And that's why I feel like she runs away from it. And she'll only be direct with certain things because she has those, like a lot of us, some of us, maybe 3 of us out of the whole cast have other things going on. So we can't, like, there's a lot of things that we can't be portraying on camera. There was a lot of stuff I portrayed on camera this season that I'm like, what in the fuck, that I have to go and tell clients, listen, this is what occurred, where I had to let them know this is what occurred. I don't know if it's going to be shown. And they don't give a crap, but I have to also answer to these legal teams with these clients. Like, they don't want something like, oh, the representative for our marketing firm is out here doing X, Y, Z. Yeah. So it's a lot. So I understand why she does it as well.
Okay. I still don't get it, but all right. Like, I get it.
I don't know.
I get it.
The executive producer.
Yeah, I get it, but it's just like, don't be
like, you gotta give the people some. You know, I tell her that stuff. I'm like, you gotta give the people something, like something.
Because even with the conversation between you and Tahira, like, she was just like, oh, time to go. And it was like, she didn't have to say anything. She could have just sat there.
Right. But then a part that you guys did not see when it came to that, I know my friend, right? I know Angela. When I sat down, I didn't know Tahira was going to be there. So I looked at her and I'm like, you ain't telling me she was going to be here, because
she was looking nervous.
And she was looking nervous because she like, oh shit, like, this is because she knows that this is just me. Like, this is genuinely me. But bitch, you could have texted me. Like, I literally just walked downstairs. We're in the hotel. Like, she was at her house because we were in New York, but where we filmed at was we were all in the same building. And I didn't even know that. But I was like, oh, they did a good job with sectioning us off and putting people in certain places of the hotel and making sure people got to certain areas before we got to certain areas. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I looked at her. I'm like, you didn't tell me she was going to be here. Like, you didn't text me, nothing. But she then said, she was like, I didn't know, I just got here. Like,
okay. Production is the real villain. Production is the real.
Right. They're not going to show all of that. And when she was talking, she wasn't talking to me about the drama. She was actually talking to production. She was like, why would you guys bring her here with her if you knew there was an issue? Like, because one thing I will say, when it comes to production and filming, if I ever have a problem, because Angela and I have grown such a bond, she does go to bat for me. She'd be ready to be like, she's not ready for this today. Like, you know, I've heard, like, especially with a lot that was happening with me this year, like, she would shut them down before we would even, sometimes before the cameras were up. She would literally be like, all right, this is what's happening. Do I need to shut them down? And if she saw something that my personality was off or I didn't want to do it, she'd like, leave her alone. Like, leave her alone. Stop asking her this. So with that, it was really her conversation with them. And I was like, you know, I told her, I said, you guys could go before the hype even happened. They were just trying to keep her there. Like, oh, you should stay and discuss it. I'm like, no, let her go. Let them go. This has nothing to do with them. Vanessa relayed the information. TT's here. They're both here. I'm going to have the conversation with both of them because I don't want it to go back and say, oh, Cree said this about Vanessa, this. No, Let them both stay here. I'm going to have a conversation with both of them. Let them go. They can come back in a few minutes. That's it.
Right. Okay. Now that I know it was in that context, okay, it makes me feel a lot better that she was just like, no, I'm not on no messy shit. Y'all wrong.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Thumbs up, Angela. Okay. I get it. Yes. All right. All right. So
Vilify my friend, y'all. She's not the first. She's not that way.
So do you think that Pepper had her sister come on the show to expose TT's relationship? Do you think that she set that shit up?
Listen, like I said, these families that bring these other individuals and your spouses and your kids and all that stuff, it's all fair game. Once that recording button is on, it's all fair game, period. And when it comes to Peppa and her people, I don't care. Like, y'all do that together. The Peps, the Wigs, y'all do that together. Leave the Campbells, the Miami, the down south. Leave me out of y'all circle. Like, you guys do that. Whatever y'all got, whatever drama y'all got, Sam, Ija, Peppa, whoever, I understand it. I understand that on both ends. But you see, again, America doesn't want to see Egypt. And Sam's point, they only want to see TT because TT has now become this person to be quote unquote bullied. Like bullying, the definition of bullying is to harm another individual. I didn't put my hands on that girl. So I didn't harm her in any way. But my thing is like, both of you guys attack each other. Y'all can continue to attack each other. Don't bring it my way.
Yeah. Yeah, she did. I mean, and I said it on my reviews. I was like, it's so obvious that Peppa had her sister come on the show to expose this whole thing as a way to get back at TT for everything. I was like,
and then on top of that, what made it even crazy, I'm like, so this wasn't a rumor, this was true, because people are not catching that Sean did say, you know, in the beginning of our relationship, you know, the gal live in Jamaica was real thick and fine. And like, so I figured maybe that's why she didn't like me, because I was Jamaican. Like, I was like, girl, I don't want your man. I like a black and tall and a little hood. So, but I'm like, man.
Child.
So I'm like, so this rumor wasn't not true? It was true the whole time. But Cree's the bad person for his misdeeds and his dangling. How'd that work?
I'm going to sleep. Okay, so what was your take on the argument that took place last season with Savannah and Lil Easy at that event? Because I was like, whoa, I will tell you, I don't know if you remember what I said about that episode. I was like, what is going on with Lil Easy? Like, he was doing the most. It was like, girl.
The ultimate most. I'm like, you doing a lot in these big pants. Like, you need to calm down before they fall. Like, it's too much.
That is too much. Ah, woo, child, because you can't tell him.
I was like, you need to calm down. This is too ghetto for me. I was like, this is too much. But it all, like, let me tell you, all of this stuff from that conversation and mind you, production didn't even play my full conversation with Tahira. They even replayed me saying, you're a bully twice, when I only said it one time, because she asked me, how do you feel like I'm bullying? And I was like, I feel like you're bullied because of this. Mm-hmm. But they don't want to play that part.
Right.
This all goes back to that. So even to that party with Savannah and Eric and all of that stuff. At that party, when TT came, you remember she had like those feathers on?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. She felt bad. I was tweeting about her. I told her, I didn't like it. I didn't like the feather jacket. You looked like you was about to fly the hell away. And the suit that they pulled was too big. It's not my fault. It was, but whatever. Well, we were sitting there and I was behind her and that feather thing was doing all of this. She was having a conversation with everyone about what was going on with her and Sean. And I was sitting there like, are you okay? Because mind you, this whole time, I didn't even know she had already, quote unquote, fired me without a contract, I don't know how I got fired when I was never hired. But I didn't know she had already told Vanessa, oh, I'm not using Cree as my wedding planner. She had told her this twice at this time, because she told her again at Brianna's party, and she told her that I was on her list. You're on my list. Like, okay. I was on her list. And I was asking, like, are you okay? And she was ignoring me. So that's when I said, well, she disrespectful. Like, I give everybody respect here. Like, I didn't need to be ignored. Like, you're having an open conversation and I'm checking on you. Mm-hmm. And then when Savannah wanted to address like the things that she was saying about us, that we were spreading these rumors, and Savannah was like, listen, is there an issue that you have to address with me? Because you're telling everybody these issues, but you haven't said anything to me. But again, Tahira is the victim of the show. What? I don't have a problem with you. Like, girl, you just told the whole cast you have an issue with us, but now you want to retreat when somebody says something to you. Yeah. And then Eric jumping in, don't know why. Like, you're jumping in, and I was just sitting there looking at them like, but then I got crucified for sitting there not saying anything. They're like, look at Cree in the background, nasty. She nasty. I'm like, calm down, America. Like, I was just sitting there drinking my wine, and now.
Exactly. And like I said in my reviews, and some people agree with me, some don't. You know, I always tell my viewers, I don't care. This is just a review. This is not my life. I don't care. But like I said, after watching the season, I didn't understand why TT had the issue with you and Savannah. It was her family that did all of this. I understand where you were coming from with, okay, I got this bit of information. It would be weird and awkward for me to be around this girl knowing this information. Even though we're not cool, it still would be quote unquote fake. I don't feel comfortable enough to tell her myself. Let me tell the person that she's closest with in the cast or whatever.
And she's very close with the Simmons. Like,
yes, and that be that. But I didn't understand why you and Savannah got the villain title when it was obvious that the issue was her auntie and her cousin, Mr. T. I didn't get that at all. So
me neither. Okay. Me neither.
So on the season premiere episode this year, we're about to talk about Vanessa, Angela, Denise, and TT. You all had a girls' night out, but we quickly learned that you didn't know TT was going to be there and had a problem with it. You confronted her on blaming you and Savannah for spreading said rumors about Sean cheating. Now, this is what one of the T Squad members had to say. This is Queen Scarlet Pimp Sun Kiss. She commented,
Queen Scarlet Pimp Sun Kiss.
Boom. I feel like TT was being fake. She got over the situation, but didn't think it was important to issue out an apology for the stray bullets she sent out before. Just because she's past it, now everybody else just got to be past it. That ain't how it works. Is that how you feel coming into the situation? Is
correct. That is how I 110% feel coming into the situation, because you think that because you squashed the issues with your family. No, you just ran two people through the mud that had nothing to do with this. And she could have easily, and this is what I told her in this conversation, you could have easily deaded this when you saw that. I said during your TT timeouts or TT, whatever you be doing after the shows, you could have easily said it on there, like, I just want to make an announcement to everybody that I truly do not have an issue with Cree or Savannah. This was 110% an issue that I had with my family, and I took it out on them. And I want to say that I apologize, because every week on the Grown Up Hip Hop page on their social media outlet, she did her TT timeouts or whatever they're called. TT cups, TT just want to talk and hear herself speak, like whatever they are. She could have said it at that point. She could have sent out a tweet. She could have posted on her Insta story, something, very much something. And she did not.
Okay. I didn't know anything about her having a little after show or whatever, but I agree. Like, once you saw the season, it was nothing for you to say, hey, I was absolutely wrong. I took my anger out on the wrong people. Now that I've seen the show, I see where this thing stemmed from. My bad. I apologize. And kept moving.
And I would have never, and if we would have had a normal girls' night talking about whatever is going on in their lives, if you received that, but we didn't. So I'm just supposed to sit here and be fake? No, that doesn't work for me. at
So
all.
looking back, do you wish that you would have, you already said this, stayed out the drama and kept your mouth shut after Savannah gave you the tea?
Right. I mean, after this, I'm like, well, damn, I didn't know telling your two of your friends would escalate to this, but how could I be around you? How could I, like, that goes into being fake and phony. Like, how do you sit in somebody's face knowing this information and just gonna keep your, like, just be like, okay, well, like, that doesn't work. Yeah. I'm gonna tell your friend because and especially when I'm hanging out with people that you're close to. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, like, how I can't do that. That's that's being 100% fake. You're not an authentic friend. You're not an authentic person. True. Okay, let me tell Vanessa and Denise, they're close to you. They'll get the information back to you. And like I said, I'm telling you this so that way you guys can tell her to nip it in the bud, because that's detrimental to her relationship. Yeah. Like, true. I was upset that her family would even do that. Luke and I, we have our problems. I have my problems with the Campbell side of the family. But if anyone ever said anything crazy on set about Luke, they would get shut down. And Luke would never say anything crazy about me to anybody else. All of our drama was kept between the Campbells, and period. So,
because my thing, it could have been easily shut down with the whole Tahira Sean cheating on her situation when he admitted, like you said, that this was something that happened in the beginning of the relationship. Okay, yeah, it happened in the beginning of our relationship. Ooh-wee, it's over. Now, the way she reacted, though, you would think this was some new shit. So that made me feel like,
because what else would have been TT's storyline? So I was her storyline.
Well, yeah, true. Outside of the Sam and old girl stuff, yeah.
Like, what else would have been her? What else would she be doing? What else would she? Is she gonna? Is her mom a singer or an OG that I don't know about? Like. Or is she an attorney at Sean's business? Like, I don't know. So when people say that I need her for a storyline, I'm like, it's looking like sis needed me to be on these episodes. They're just gonna keep talking about Cree and Savannah. They're spreading rumors, this big rumor. Why not just shut it down? You could have shut that down in one scene.
Yeah, like, okay, get over it.
Exactly. Or, like I just told you in the beginning, you could have said, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not dragging my relationship through the mud. I'm not going to give you guys any information. I'm not going to film this. If I'm in scene, I'm in scene. If I'm not, then I'm not. Just like I told them, I'm not bringing my man on this show. This is a fifth stream of income for me. I do not care to have 10 plus episodes. But again, the people that want the episodes and need the check are going to do whatever they need to do in order to obtain that.
TT expressed in your argument that you had her number and could have called her. You said that was a lie.
I will send you the screenshot to my DM. The last message I sent this girl was, all right, girl, because I was over her like, listen, I'm not your woman. We're not in a relationship. We don't have to send me paragraphs. This is what it is. Like, I said, all right, girl, I hope you and your family are in good health. Goodbye. That was it. She double tapped it and moved on. I don't have this girl number. I have Tanice's number, Vanessa number, JoJo number, Angela number, Eric's number because he came to Miami, and that was it. I have Twist number now, like Savannah number. I do not have this person's number. I'm like, I don't have your phone number. So I don't know how this even got brought around to you have my phone number. No, I don't.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. And I even said it in scene. I'm like, TT, I don't have your phone number. When did you give it to me? She's like, I gave it to you when I was DMing. No, you did not. Pull it up. I said, pull up your DM right now. She's like, oh, I thought I gave it to you. No, you did not give me your number, sis. And I told Vanessa in that same breath, I said the delivery of said information could have been better. You could have said, she didn't feel comfortable telling you. So this is why I'm telling you this. The delivery could have been better. And I also told her, I said, when you did reach out to me, because Tahira is the one that reached out to me in the DM, like, oh, I just want to know if you really have a problem with me or if it's just for show. And I was like, yeah, I don't like how you treat people. You're very nasty. Like, you're nasty to production. You're nasty to producers. Your man is nasty to producers. that's not how I rock. Like, I give everybody respect, period. And I was straight up with her then off camera. So I'm gonna be straight up with you on camera. I don't understand why she plays the victim, because off camera, she is not a victim. Let me tell you, like, I really sit here and be like, I need to have my phone on record 24/7, because this girl is really the victim of the show when she's not. And I even brought up, she was like, how am I a bully? Which they didn't play. I said, you're a bully because although I don't have a relationship with Luke, I call him Luke as a sign of disrespect. Like, you don't have that respect for me to call you dad. You never will. But if people go back, you yelling at your mama, calling her Maureen, she needed to box you down. My Jamaican mama would have boxed me. If I call my mom and say Tina, she'll be like, who are you talking to? Like, she'll be ready to cut. My mom would drive to my house and slap me at 31 years old. Like, you're rude. Like, you're rude to your mom. And I'm like, and I told her, I said, everything that God has given you, he will take it away. So you going on camera talking about, I don't care what Sam does in his personal life, sexual life, whatever type of life he got, I don't care. I said, when you talk about other people's pockets and what other people have and what they don't have to make you seem inferior to anyone, all of that shit will be taken away like this. So you're talking about them. You're talking about their living situation. What's different from your living situation? You and Sam were going back and forth, and he put your business out there that you and Sean live in a house that your mama owns. Like, don't do that. I have worked my ass off to have my own business. I have my own house. This is my house. I got my own land. Me and my man started a trucking business. I'm like, sis, we do not compare. We are not cut from the same cloth. And I don't have to explain myself for anything to her, because I only explain myself to individuals that I can learn from. So if she owned like commercial property or something, I'll be like, you know what, give me some information. But you don't. The conversation is different over here. The conversation is now different for Angela. When you own your own shit and you worked very hard for it, it's very touchy when somebody tries to be detrimental to that. And she could have nipped it in the bud. Like, I had nothing to do with that. So all that shit that goes on in her and her family bubble, I'm like, y'all deal with that over there. Stop talking about people when y'all both living in the same situation. What's the difference? Maureen got to come to go to her master bedroom and Peppa is walking out her master bedroom. It's the same shit. Like, get out of here with that. So she ain't like it. America ain't like it. I can't be fake. I don't care. It is what it is. Like, just leave me be. Period.
Next question. Now, you accuse TT of bullying Egypt and Sam. Do you really feel that way, like she bullied them? Or do you think that it's a combined effort on both sides?
I think it's a combined effort on both sides. Like, if their story is to be tick for tack with one another, go ahead. And again, I know America was like, your dad doesn't want anything to do with you. I'm like, y'all really think I care what Luke? Okay, like, I got so many comments, Keisha, that I was just like, these women are crazy. I'm like,
I know, because they was going in the comment section over here, child. And I was like, oh Lord.
They are insane. I got people saying, as a dark-skinned woman, you should be more quiet and tone it down. No, I don't care if you're black, yellow, blue, Asian, white. As a woman, I'm not going to be silenced. And I'm damn sure not going to be silenced for no female that is trying to drag me through the mud, when she could have simply said at any moment, at all these filming times, I don't have no problem with Cree. I'm not doing this. And in that same breath, in that conversation, because she started like wanting to have like a real authentic conversation, she was like, I didn't want, I had to say these things because I don't want my wedding on this platform. 5 days later, hi, Cree, do you know of any venues in Florida that we can use? Can you please pull together? I'm like, girl, you are having your wedding and you're sitting here. And that was another thing. Like, she's sitting here lying to me on camera about not having her wedding when I've been had these emails. We've been had these discussions. So I'm just sitting here like, oh, so and you're a pathological liar. Awesome. This is just getting better for me.
So give me an example of how she's rude to production and stuff. Like, I want to know.
So So in the screenshots that I will send you, there was a producer, an executive producer on the show last year who didn't return because and I can't say her name, but she didn't return because she simply was just like, and I had a conversation with her, she's like, Cree, I got other shit that I'm doing. I got bigger and better things that I'm doing, and I don't have time for this shit. So I had to stand between her and this producer because she lunged at the producer because the producer was trying to remove Sean from the party. This was at Brianna's party, was trying to remove him from the party. And she over here, they cussed in both. I'm like, yes, yeah. Like, I'm just looking like, this is what y'all do. But I stood between her and that said producer because I was like, yo, like, back up. Like, this lady is just doing, these people are doing their job at the end of the day. And I understand that, yes, it's a reality show. They want the drama. They tell us things to have the drama, but that's their job. Why am I going to cuss out somebody that is getting paid in order to do this? This is that person's career. Mm-hmm. Like, all you got to do is say no. But when you don't say no and you say yes, let's all say accountability. Let's all hold each other accountable for our actions, accountable for what is on scene, and accountable for what is shown to America. Because you have free will to film or not to film. Period. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now I got another comment from a T Squad member. This is T Squad member CJ. She said this was a comment that she put in the comment section. Cree tries to bully her father and be bullies, and he bullies her right back. So Cree talking about TT's family bullying each other is the pot calling the kettle black. What is your take on this?
That is the biggest difference. We can talk to each other. I don't try to bully Luke in any way, shape, or form, and nobody can ever say that. I told Luke what it was. We hadn't talked. The show wanted me to do this. They wanted to get him. I was filming before he even became a factor into the show. He wanted to speak his truth and speak his piece. Production has said many times that and production trying to call me now. I'm like, Alicia trying to call me. Anyway, production has said many times, like EPs have said, listen, some of these OG parents, this is the way for them to mend the relationship with their children, because I really did not want to film with Luke at all. I was like, well, why do I have to film with him? Because I had already been filming for months before. And they're the ones that reached out and was like, listen, this is your daughter's story. If you want to go and address the situation, then you can. If not, then cool. And he said he wanted to address it. And that was truly my first time seeing my father in a long time. Wow. And it was a lot of animosity that was built up, but that was probably the biggest thing. Like I said in the beginning, from that season to now, that I learned and I appreciated. I appreciate growing up hip hop because it's very therapeutic when it came to that. It was, I was like, damn, when would I ever have this conversation? Or when were we ever going to sit down? Like, I let go a lot of my anger. And that's why with this season and moving on to this year, I've just been very like, oh, let me reach out. Let me continue to just say happy birthday or say this, even though I don't get it reciprocated. I didn't get it reciprocated for the past God knows how long, and I'm okay with that now.
Yeah. Last season, you yourself had issues with Sam because he made the comments about, slip and slide records, which is owned by your stepfather. Are you and he in a better place now or no?
With Sam, I don't really film with Sam in Egypt. Okay. I don't know too much about them. When I filmed with them at the showcase, when I met them, they're probably the calmest people that I met on cast. They were, hi, how are you? And Sam did come up and we were mic'd up and they were filming. But again, that's not Sam's narrative. They're not going to show the side of Sam coming up saying, listen, I said such and such and I apologize to you. It came off a certain way. It wasn't supposed to come off that way. I really want to talk to you about business. And then that's when I told him, I was like, yeah, because, when I got the information that he was talking shit, I'm not going to lie to you. I pulled up your stat.
T-Squad member A Swabby said, from what I remember, Cree was pressing the issue at the table trying to get TT to talk about the situation with her and Sean when she didn't want to talk about it. That was messy. Now, a lot of the viewers that watch my channel feel that you were being messy because you talked about the cheating allegations with quote unquote multiple cast members. Did you talk about it with multiple cast members? And do you agree with what this viewer had to say? Were you pressing the situation at that table, or did they edit it to make it look that way?
Like I was saying, she sat down and she was talking to everybody about the situation. Mm-hmm. She was talking about her family and all that stuff. I was like, well, are you gonna, and she was talking about her wedding. I was like, well, are you gonna try to be okay with them to invite them to the wedding? Because, like with COVID, I started bringing up COVID with people dying and all that stuff. Like, I was like, sometimes your family, but she was just ignoring me. And I'm like, why is this girl ignoring me? I don't know. I didn't do nothing to you. You're sitting here having this conversation with me, Denise, Vanessa, and Savannah. Mm. Like, we're all sitting here and I'm just making sure you're okay. And I'm asking her, like, are you going to have a conversation with them? And she was like, no, I don't like, what? I'm like, you're talking about it. You can't, that's what I'm saying. Like with TT, it's like, she has this superior attitude that, oh, I'm going to talk about it. Let me do it. Like, I don't want nobody asking me no questions. Like, we don't work for you. Like, I don't work for you. I'm going to ask a question. And from that place, it was me checking on her. And that's why we were all confused that she was even ignoring me. And I'm like, well, we had a whole nother conversation when she got up and I made that statement, well, I give everybody respect. And she wasn't giving respect. I was talking to Denise, Vanessa, and Savannah. I'm like, what just happened? And Vanessa was like, I don't even know. She's just all over the place right now with it. And I'm like, well, it's kind of rude that she's responsive to everybody else and not me. But then again, I didn't know that Vanessa had the conversation with her before saying, oh, Cree told me and Denise this. So of course she gonna have pressure with me. So now it all made sense that she was ignoring me. And I'm like, okay. But it really wasn't me pressing any issue from her. Like, that conversation was me trying to check on the girl. And I was like, are you okay? Are you gonna talk to them? Like, what's the verdict on it? You're sitting here having this conversation. But again, if I gotta be the new villain, it's okay.
What can we expect from you this season?
Well, this season, like I said, there's definitely a lot of things that now that I look back, I'm like, yo, you were a psycho. I was definitely I wasn't in the best place physically, mentally. I just did not want to be on set. I didn't want to film. I was going through a lot that they captured and that the viewers will see. They'll definitely see a more personal side of me. Okay. And more into like my personal relationships and just the things that were going on with me. Okay. But there was other things that happened with like Sequoia and Savannah. It was just a lot of moving pieces that I'm like, okay, I don't know how America's going to take to this.
Okay. Is there anything else outside of your storyline this season that's going to be shocking to the viewers?
Outside of my storyline?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you just tell us who is involved with, but don't tell us what happened, of course. But who is it?
Sequoia. Yeah. There was, yeah.
We didn't like her last season. Are we gonna like her?
And I know. I said maybe America will like because they hated her so much last season. But maybe y'all will like her. I don't know how they're gonna film it. That's the thing. That's the part that scares me because I don't know how the editing and all of that stuff is going to be. For instance, I didn't watch the premiere with everybody else. I was on the other side of the country.
Right.
Like, well, not even country, the other side of the world. Right. So when I got back, my best friend who does my hair and my makeup for the show, she's like, these mother effers, the way they edited this, because her and my boyfriend were on set. They were behind the cameras. So they're listening to all of this. And I know with her, she's like all in the comments with the trolls. I'm like, Girl, I'm not worried about these people.
Did you ever get to meet Candy yet? No, yes, no.
Oh my gosh, no, I haven't gotten to meet Candy yet. It is still on my list. It was, the craziest thing about that is I met Portia this year in Bahamas.
Oh, wow.
For the John Legend concert. So I met Portia and I'm like, I love Portia, but I'm like, I don't really want that.
Now, I just thought of this question. They just did a reboot of The Real Housewives of Miami. Would you ever?
Real Housewives of Miami? Well, I'm not a wife yet.
They don't give a goddamn. They don't give a goddamn.
Real Housewives of Miami, I definitely would do. However, do I think my mother would be the better candidate for Real Housewives of Miami?
Oh yeah. Oh,
my mom is a little shady one. Like, there's some people that are going out on reality shows now on Lifetime that she's like, I'm not hanging out with them. They're new money. I'm old money. What the fuck? Like, I don't gotta be your friend. Like, so,
you gotta watch. Okay, the new season is on right now on Peacock. You gotta watch it. It's Larsa Pippen on there, some other people from the original cast when they were on about 8 or 9 years ago. But it's really good. They have some Black housewives this time. And I want to see if you know anybody on there.
Oh Lord,
are you cool with Brianna? Do you film with her at all?
I filmed with Brianna a couple of times, and I don't like. She's not. She doesn't.
Is that something that's going to be talked about this season? That she got a child?
She do have a child, like a grown child, like
I did that not walks know and talks. Did not know that. She's never discussed it on the show.
Because she can never talk about anybody on the show. Like, she can't talk about nothing. Got too much going on, child. Like, these people, I be looking at them like, Brianna, she's like TT's bodyguard or supposed bodyguard or whatever. So I just be like, whatever, y'all two could bite me. That's who actually I needed glam, and I told her she could go to they need to tell her to go to Walgreens.
Oh.
I posted on my Insta story. Angela's like, you're just choosing violence, Cree. You're just choosing violence this morning.
Well, I can understand if we on the show and you acting like you don't like me or whatever. In real life, don't reach out to me. Like, the fuck?
Yeah, but I think they all got a whiff of it. Her, Eric's wife, and TT, when they put us all in a car together to go to a different location. And the driver had my phone connected to his Bluetooth. And then I had turned on like King Von and turned up the music and drove to our next location.
Oh, that you don't fuck. Oh, so you don't like
No, 42 Doug. That's what it was. I had 42 Doug playing.
What's her name? Aaliyah? Is that Lil Easy wife name? Is that her name?
Oh, no, yeah, Aaliyah. I like Aaliyah. She's nice.
Okay.
She's quiet. She's funny, off and on camera. But I was just like, I'm not gonna have a conversation with nobody in this car right now. So y'all are gonna listen to my music. And everybody was chirp, chirp. Nobody said nothing. But then when they go on camera, everybody wanna be all I'm thinking bad. I'm like, sit the hell down. Like, shut the hell up. Y'all really not about that life. Like, y'all not checking in nowhere when you guys go to different states. Like, please.
Oh, and your cousin was fine too. I meant to tell you that. Your cousin that you had on the show last season. Yeah, I was like, when I get through with this cancer, what's good?
Like, what's that?
He was too cute. I was like, I have to visit.
The girls love Mario. Everybody growing up.
I was gonna make him a character inspiration, child. I was like, oh, how you doing? Is there anything else you want to say to the viewers before you go?
Hello, America. I do want the main thing that I want to say is that, listen, I'm not a bully. I'm very vocal. I don't take any shit. No one's gonna walk over me. Please remember that this is a show that is edited, you guys, with a capital E. There's a bunch of little people in post, they call it post, that sit there and do this and edit stuff in order to fit their narrative. Things that we're saying they're not fully played. You're not getting full story.
Yeah.
So when you attack me, please make sure to go do some research prior to attacking me. Yeah, because that's just
I'll be checking, viewers, I'll be checking in with Cree every week to ask her, okay, now what's the real thing behind this? And she'll
only talking to Keisha. Yes. I don't do other interviews. I'm only talking to Keisha.
No. Period. So y'all will get it from the horse's mouth, child. Won't get no. We're going to keep y'all informed. Thank you again, Cree, for doing another interview with me. It's always a pleasure. Yes. I love speaking with you. I'm so happy for everything that you got going on in your life. I can't wait to see what's going to happen this season. And I'm going to keep it in my prayers that you're going to finally meet Candy, child. Because I can see y'all really doing some business.
I know. Yes. I'm like, and I have somebody that could connect me with her, but I just want it to be like,
authentic,
running. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I get it.
I love you from Candy, chat.
Yes, and I do want to work with you on some influencer stuff, ma'am.
Yes, I got you.
Yes. Thank you guys for tuning in. You can follow Cree. Let them know your Instagram handle.
All of my handles are the same. It's @_it's me Cree. And you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Cree Campbell.
All righty then. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.